March 11th, 2019, Path of Exile announced a new stash tab to be added, the Unique tab. This allows you to store and showcase one copy of every unique in-game. When I read that, I knew what I had to do. I've set off to obtain every unique in-game in the solo self-found game mode, filling the Unique stash tab completely. This shit will take a long ass time and won't be easy, but I'm always down for a grind. I'm at Lighty, and this is all for one. I am big girl. So you're actually not doing damage to him at all. He takes no damage. No Harbingers do. They take damage when you kill their minions they spawn. They're immortal, effectively. When he dies, when the last raider dies, pop. Now we're gonna see the whatever the piece is, along with the 1,000 shekel pile. There's my scroll. Electroshock scroll. Just scrolls, apparently. Yeah, I thought you got item pieces too, but I guess not. Just scrolls. Well, you know, say what you will. I haven't hit a dupe yet. I have not hit a dupe yet in my 3 infused. I don't think I've hit the one I need. I think it's like reclamation something, but... Oh! Another different scroll. Alright, no dupes. My first 4 infused beachheads, no dupage. So there's 6 different Harbinger uniques, and in my first 4 beachheads I hit 4 different scrolls. Not the one I wanted, which is the time lost scroll or something. I'll show you in a second for the belt. But I did hit 4 of them, no dupes. So once I get the next 2 scrolls without having dupes, I'm actually done with Harvest League's all of their uniques, because I could always upgrade the scrolls in standard. Once I have the scrolls, I can apply them to my multiple duplicate beachhead uniques, whether it's flow and tethered or stabs or belts or whatever, not to mention the amount of beachheads I have in standard and Harbinger orbs. So let's quickly review the beachhead items, the new ones, and what they do. So these are the items created with the new Harbinger scrolls. There's 6 of them yet again. They all come from infused beachheads, which you get by putting in any Harbinger fragment or beachhead itself into a upgrade from the beachhead harvest craft. Pretty much you toss in a fragment, you get your chance at infused beachhead. The upgrades themselves don't actually increase the stats at all. The stats remain the same. The only difference is the abilities that the Harbingers grant, those change. For example, the Tempest Liberation versus the Tempest Binding has a higher chill and shock effect compared to the regular version. Most of the upgrades are pretty minor, but they're direct upgrades with zero reason to use the non-upgraded version. Some of them, however, are better than others. For example, the Torment's Reclamation versus the Flow Untethered is super good, which makes your slipstream that gets applied not affect enemies, unlike the regular version, only allies. So it gives the massive slipstream ability, which is an insane 20% increased action speed to your units, including your minions, not the enemies anymore. 20% action speed, for everyone who's used any sort of Tailwind boots knows that's insane. So action speed is a very hard stat to get. It's just 20% increased everything. And it's just, yeah, it's pretty fucking gross, pretty much. Tailwind, for example, gives you 10% increased action speed. You know how good that feels, so imagine twice that. Yeah, those are the Harbinger uniques. I want to go a little bit talk about them, and you'll see them more down the road when I get them. But I'm already 4 to 6 scrolls, so I'm feeling pretty good. Okay. That's kind of a drop. Now, I am crafting all that cost-free gear in League. I wonder if I actually finish the helmet, I should maybe just re-roll the cost-free build. It's tempting. Meanwhile, deep underground and standard, in the delve. Roll the next clip. What the f... Alright, so we are currently at depth 537, just perusing around, and we noticed that we actually had a human fissure, which I believe is for a fractured fossil, which we will need when Harvest merges over to make copies of our 100% Delirious map that we haven't really crafted yet, but we will craft eventually. So, in preparation for that, we're going to grab ourselves this fractured fossil. Been slacking recently on this this character, but the more gear I get for it, the more fun it becomes, and the better it just is for doing delve. My first time ever witnessing the human fissure. I've actually never seen this before, so I'm pretty excited to see what this is all about. I see the fractured fossil, though. What even comes up for human fish? I have no clue. Looks like water elementals? This is the only specialty fossil I've never done, so very exciting. I assume it only drops one fractured. Yeah. Oh, did I get it? I got it. Either way, so yeah, so fractured fossils are super good. And they're used for duplicating delirious maps that have the sextants can't be fucked up mod on it and have beyond built in. Haven't actually crafted my map yet, but getting a fractured fossil is the equivalent of getting 5 delirium orbs of my desired type. So that is like super insane to achieve. So very happy we received this one big thing that we're gonna need a lot more of, but any amount is fantastic. Now we also have, where did I leave it? Oh fuck. Pretty much just type the word fossil and look for where it's not a smuggler stash. Ah, there we go. Crystal Spire. Not the best at this, but this looks like the only place that doesn't have a connecting route, so I think it has to be that one. Let's see if that was the right connection. It was. Alright, Crystal Spire. I do not recall which one Crystal Spire. Oh, it's Abyssal. It's definitely Abyssal. Hollow. Very cool. Hollow. One of the best. Bar none. One of the best. Gives it an Abyssal socket. So a very insane one to get. Hollow fossil. Unsure what we'll use that for down the road, but definitely, like, you know, we got fractured earlier. We got bloodstained already, and now we have a hollow. So we're definitely fucking getting some of the hot fossils. Tangled. God, it's the worst of all of them, but still worth getting in some weird twisted way. Tangled fossil, very funny one. Straight up can just roll any mod. It's just total RNG. And apparently there are some things you could do with Tangled that are good. I don't know what those specific crafts are, but I want to have them. So yeah, that about wraps up this week's Delve update from Standard Nonsense. I am currently clearing off most of the specialty nodes and trying to get all of those done. And then we're going to address the boss killing problem. At the moment, this build isn't super adept at killing those bosses. I'm going to have to swap some stuff around, make a new belt where I can actually still run my stats. And then I should be good to kill the bosses, I believe. Now, I've actually started crafting a lot of this gear in Standard. You've seen it from some previous episodes. Gloves, helm, body are actually all complete. Boots are even complete. So I'm almost surpassed my gear in Standard. I think I probably actually have in League. And there's a very high chance that I'll be rebuilding Cosprey's in League and taking it way past the height of this character. So look forward to seeing that, and I'll see you next time in the Delve in Standard. Oh my god, I finally hit White Socket. I finally hit White Socket. Alright, my last 2 White Sockets have turned a White Socket into a White Socket. That's the worst fucking part. Can I get a 4th White Socket, or am I just gonna get fucked again? Oh boy, survey says fucked again. Love it. I love it. Such fun for solo self-found this is. Such joyous occasion. I'm really glad they nerfed that, because that would have been really too powerful to have in the game. Clearly too strong a mechanic to allow for our sockets to become white. Body, 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 body. Fuck. That's not the body. I just want the body. Ugh. Now I get the best flask in the game. Come on. So in preparation for doing the next week's big 1,000 unique map like we did for the previous episode's loot thing, we're going to have to make a new map, and maybe 2 or 3 if we can, that are perfect because we're going to go for even bigger. Last time we did 4 tier 4s, we do double that, 16, maybe even up to 20. We have our Winged Reliquary Scarab unlocked. We have our territories are insatiable. We got our lightning, we got our mortal fragments, so we're all set for that sort of shit. The only thing we have to work on is getting our actual map down. So you can actually fracture it and attempt to hit it, and by doing so, it should be good enough. you can roll it to get it as perfect as possible. And we're trying to hit one specific thing. That specific thing being 60% reduced mana and life recovery. Because if you hit 60%, it means that you can't hit 100%. So we're trying to hit the map's quantity thingy. Nope, hit hexproof. There we go, we got one. Oh, dropped it. Don't have enough prefixes? Alright, cool. Well, one is good enough for now. So we've got our one, and with this craft, all it basically means is that anytime we were to try to reroll it, or I could scour it, or whatever the fuck I want to do, it's not going to remove that quantity mod, which is the most important thing. So now I could, chaos spam it if I wanted to. Wait to hit that right there, that roll 60%, which is what we want to do. Avoiding bleed poison, it doesn't matter. Reflect doesn't matter because we're going to put on the sextant. So this is actually a perfect one for us to do. So we just have to add 2 suffixes. You can actually use harvest to add suffixes. If we check our list of map mods, I'm not even sure what top tier suffixes can we even hit, like what tags they have. Not really sure which of these are even considered. Oh, crit, so I can augment crit. That feels fucking bad. I'm not really sure what these tags are for a lot of these. So we're just going to try to think of one that maybe, like, I don't even know what some of these tags are going to supposed to be. Fizz modifiers, maybe. Augment attack modifier. We could just try to augment some stuff and see what hits. I really don't want to have to exalt things, but if I have to straight up exalt them, that's okay. Is there a fizz mod? There's something. Vuln. Vuln's a fizz mod that adds a bunch of quantity. Sure. There an attack mod? There is. It is what? Point blank. Oh, that's fine. Alright, so that's 3 suffix, 3 prefix. Alright, so cool, that's done. 94% quantity. Pretty fucking sweet. And it's totally safe to run. So no real problems whatsoever there. So the other things we're missing now, if you take a look at our seeds, we have 4 tier 4s. 4 tier 4s. We're going to get to at least 8 of each minimum. We'll see where it ends. Pretty much, I have to get at least 8 of each and then 12 tier 3s. So whatever number of tier 4s I'm at when I reach my tier 3s, what I'll run. I don't think I'll ever do my tier 4 yellows because they're just... I fucking hate that boss unless I have a build down the road that somehow makes that boss not one-shot me, but I have not had that experience yet, so... Even with like 8k effective life, I've still got one-shot by him with capped chaos res, so... If it comes to that, we can always just do the yellows, but... For now, we're going to stick to blues and purples because they just seem to be the best for me. But I have some stuff growing soon since I grow them at a time. So we're about to grow a new set and work towards our tier 3s here. I live for the change stack of fossil into new type of fossil. It gives me strength. Does it always disappoint me? Yes. Does it give me strength? Also yes. Give me 20 frigid fossils. Oh no. Oh yes. More fossils. I have become the fossil. Okay, show me the goods. Oh, it's an interesting card. I have not seen that card before. The Strategist. Inspired Learning. Corrupted. Huh. Cool. It's supposed to be the Shaper in the background? What is it? I wonder if that only drops off of this dude. Could be. Drox is the Warlord, so he could be a Strategist. That makes sense thematically. Okay, anything good? Anything good? Oof. Oh, that's just... come on, man. Come on, man. So I did a full Cirrus run again. Got melee splash for the 19th time. You know, all's good. We did get another Cortex though, off of a shore map, which was exciting. So let's start the morning with just another Cortex. Body. Give me the body. Give me the body. Give me the body. Give me the body. Body. Fuck! Oh, you don't use these shitty Val skills, son. It's a fucking bummer, bro. It's a fucking bummer, bro. Oh, he died in time. Alright, that's pretty good. For a 4-way, we should be able to get something. I see it! I see it already! Yes. Best case scenario. Best case fucking scenario right there. Nothing else matters. Oh, nothing else matters. We've done it. Rejoice! Sinners! So I swapped something over with my June. I swapped my Chimeria, went left, and Jorgen went right. I am going to embrace, for those who've been in stream, you saw in the clips, we are pursuing a meme dream in the form of a full crab set. Jorgen is a component to making that dream come true, because it gives me bestiary scarabs. Now, the dream in itself, known as the crab dream, is looking something like this. It involves me getting the entire crab set as double Nebulock. This ring is a maybe. Double Nebulock, full crab set, leveling probably what's going to become Tectonic Slam Juggernaut to 100. That's kind of the meme dream. Now I'm missing the crab boots, and I can make crab lures. So if I do get duplicate crab pieces, I can turn the actual unique into a lure. I can turn the craft, put that on a rare, and make that into a lure. So every crab I find, if it's not a boot, still gives me 2 lures. I can also find crab and beast gear with aspect on it in Delve. Alternatively, I could actually somehow get Jorgen to go to Fortification, run Fortification, fucking up my entire Syndicate board, which is a possibility, and that would give me bestiary items, of which there could be crabs. That's a route. Something else I'm probably going to be doing is swapping off Ashling and putting Hillock over. Hillock can make my my weekly, 1,000+ unique maps at 35% quality, on top of making my future, what's it called? Fucking what? Delirium Orb maps 35% quality, which does add, it's almost double the quality, so it does make a difference. Now, as far as Delirium maps, we had a good idea on stream. Can't remember who suggested it, but you know who you are. Shout out to you. To do Val Temple as a Delirium map target. We actually ended up making one. We got we valed 5 tier 15. We've actually valed like 150 tier 15s. Got 5 Val Temples, vendored them to make a uncorrupted Val Temple, and we fractured that to hit Beyond, which is the roll. Put on the enchant for does not consume sextants. So once we make this map 35% quality, it is essentially good to go to toss on our Delirium Orbs, of which we have been stacking them up and saving them. We have a couple 5 stacks. We have a 5 stack there, 5 stack there, a couple 4 stacks. Unsure what 5 stack I'd like to pursue. Unique's a good one. Div cards are very good also. The reason we're doing Val Temple is because of the Soul Eater, which is the flask. The Incursion Flask, rarest thing to get from Incursion, the flask and the necklace, but Soul Eater has div cards, so that was kind of our thought process there. So that's a cool map. The boss is insanely hard, especially with 100% Delirious, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But we have this, saved down the road. So for now, I'm running the last of my Elder people, try to get as many fragments as I can. Here's another 4 fragments, which would put us at, I think I'll have 4 Elder sets at that point. And yeah, maybe we'll get a second Nebulock. Here's hoping. After that, we could run a bunch of Shapers and then live the real dream, which is doing hopefully some more Uber Elders. Maybe get Shroud of Eternity. Maybe, just commit myself to making the most difficult and expensive build in the game and building it in Soul Self-Fund, which is any sort of Shroud of Eternity build. So we'll see where that goes. As far as the Cosprey thing I mentioned earlier, the gear we have for it includes the gloves, which are actually 100% complete. I mean, they're missing an enchant, but those things are fucking mint. We have our helmet, which we're almost done working on. Still pretty much waiting for remove crit, add crit, just so we can change the power charge on kill into just +1 max power charge. After that, we're going to remove suffixes can't be changed and give it something. Maybe int, maybe unleash on him, something cool. And then this is pretty much done. We're just waiting on add remove fire to get a higher fire roll. And then we're going to divine the ES higher and sex link, and that's fucking complete itself. So we actually have a good amount of Cosprey gear we're finishing up here. So that's definitely a possibility in this league as well to pull Cospreys out. If you're trying to move people around in your board, it's a little bit tricky, especially when your board's already set up. But a method to do that, especially if you have them being friendly with someone, Hillock at the moment appears to be friendly with Ashling, maybe? I can't fucking tell. You just interrogate them, and eventually they will try to fill a slot of one of these 2 areas. That's just how it works. So you interrogate them and then progress the board state, and then eventually he's going to pop out. You just keep interrogating him over and over and over again. Eventually he will go to just intervention, and when he does, that's when we can interrogate Ashling. We could just swap him over. It's not an exact science, it's kind of a fiddling thing, but yeah, that's the idea. So fun fact about running Elder Guardian maps. When you have an Elder Guardian map, obviously it's applying the Elder's influence, and same with Shaper Guardian maps. They can't actually they coexist with other influences, so you can't do them and progress your Hunter, Crusader, or whatever
influence. But because Elder maps are technically on the Atlas, since they're not their own specified maps like, you know, Pit of the Chimera or Maze of the Minotaur are their own specified maps, they are technically on the Atlas when you do an Elder map because they're just occupying other maps. That actually means that they could technically proc the influence and start the spawn, but they can't progress it. So what that ends up meaning is that you will be able to, if you just killed Osiris and you start running your Elder maps, you'll be able to at least spawn the influences of the other oppositions, but you can't progress them. So it ends up with, if I have to run 15, 20 Elder maps, I tend to do it right after Osiris, and at least that way I end up with, for the most part, an entire Atlas with my influences already set to be run. So nice little fun fact for you. I just finished up running all of my Elder maps, which means I am now at, I think I can do 4 or 5 Elders at the moment. I can swap around any here, so 3 goes there, 4 goes there, 1 goes there. I can do 4 runs. Let's see if I can get a Nebula. People say that doing Blight maps on a Summoner is like the ultimate form of happiness, but I would counter that with, I think doing normal Elder on a real yoked endgame Summoner is just the best feeling in the world. I can literally go take a piss right now, take my dog out for a walk, just come back and the fight will be over and I'll be alive. And that's just plain old fun. Do you want a Nebula? Yes, I want a Nebula. I love Nebula. Gimme Nebula. I like my Nebula. Please be Nebula. Nebula. Gimme Nebula. Goodbye, Golem. Just kidding. Oh, we get Jewel at least. That's not Nebula. It's also not Nebula. Well, at least you get a Jewel. Can't be too upset, I guess. And, whoop, it is Grace Evade. Okay, that's garbage. That's a shame, because I hit the actual drop table for, like, Elder weapons. I mean, we hit a good one. I mean, you could say probably the best one, Hope Shredder, because it's just, as far as scaling cold elemental damage, it's pretty fucking insane, especially for Raiders and Deadeyes, but in this league, you could just craft such insane bows. Kind of like, what's the fucking point using Hope Shredder, especially in this league alone. Nebula is still so unique and so much stronger, I think, objectively than Shimmeron or Hope Shredder. I mean, it gives 40% more damage. It ends up capping you Chaos Res and almost elemental mitigation. It's just like, just better. I think Nebula's by far the best weapon. Come on, squad. Get in here, boys. Get in here. Nebula. Poppy wants a Nebula. We're popping off. It's happening. Oh, cool, Citadel. That's also quite good if you're in a... well, if you're a fucking loser. Nebula's the true man mode. Alright, we have 2 Nebulocs in League. And the crab gods smile upon thee. Yo, little crustacean boy. You have evolved. I have molted into my secondary form. My 3rd evolution is almost upon us. One more piece of the puzzle, and the crab boy becomes a crab man. Unrelated, I'm a 4,500 fusing dry on a 6-link, and it's been bouncing between 3 items. You have the Shavs, which is for the Herald build, which is again is in limbo until this is 6-linked where we get a bird chest. We have my chest right here, which is also just living in limbo, but not being utilized, but still very good and can be utilized eventually. And then of course the crab man. I'm so upset with the Shavs and just linking to right now. This has been my current strategy for linking. I'm just doing this right now because honestly, couldn't even give a fuck. Whatever links at this point. So these are my boots I was going to upgrade. I found out that I don't actually need to have +1 specters since I have +2, so my specter is still 25 without my boots. So I've got to make myself some new boots. My last prefix is going to be Can't Be Frozen. That's pretty obvious. So I want to slap on a 2nd res. This is all because I want to eventually work towards Glorious Vanity, so I'm probably going to knock off that lightning and put on probably Chaos Res, I guess. But until then, let's see if we can hit ourselves Tier 1 Cold Res. Probably sounds like a good idea. 8, not quite. Remove. And nope. And yay, there we go. Perfect 48. Alright, there's Tier 1 Cold Res. That took 8 attempts in total. It seems like a lot, but that's totally fine. Because, yeah, fuck it, why not? So, sick titties. So now we just have to wait till we get our remove lightning, and then we'll do add remove. I think probably chaos, probably the best bet. I'd like to get tier 1 chaos. The whole idea is if I do get my chaos, since we have our Jabakwi, our glorious vanity, which is totally insane, which will eventually go right here, and then eventually we could take those nodes and put that right there. We could drop LE Equilibrium because we go back to Fleshcraft, put on Tri-Grips again, bingo bongo, got our rest. The thing, I need int. It's just so stupid. So the reason I need int, actually, you'd think, wow, you're a necromancer. What the fuck you need int for? You have 200, whatever. Yeah, but watch this, right? Take this out, and I put this here. I can't, I'm not gonna, I'm just, I'll just do it in fucking town. 1 second. I don't want to have my specters de-specter. So I actually get fucked when I put this on. I lose so much int, I can't even use my goddamn Convoking Wand. And it has 6 int on it, which is just embarrassing. So eventually what happens is I can drop my boots, pop this on, put this on. The implicit 6 int is enough that I can, even on a shit roll, be good. I have exactly 246 int, and I need 242. So no matter what my randomized mods are, because I change all the int mods and the random bullshit, it still is good. So, yeah. I mean, really, also after that, int is kind of a dead stat after you hit your, whatever your mark is, as long as you're not an ES build. So this works out perfectly fine. So this is like, we're getting towards the end game. Like, my big things I'm waiting for now, large minion cluster, and then obviously my bone helmet shenanigans has to hit Shaper Elder. And we could slack on these boots. When I slack on the boots, when I drop the gloves, look at my res, 66, 75, 75. Do you know what that means? That means when I have my endurance charges up, which is always, I'm still res capped. At that point, we are good to go with our Jabakwi, our glorious vanity. We are fucking deep in the tank, people. Deep in the tank. That leads me to the next point. The amulet. I have to replace my Jinx Juju sooner than later with something that at least gives me some good stats. And the thing I've chosen is a life mana mastercrafted. We're going to do another one of these non-channeling bullshits. Can't roll attack mods, it's just there temporarily. And I have my reduced. Now that amount of reduced, when divined, I think I can just get to 6. Nope, okay. If that goes to 5%, it goes to 6% because of quality, which means I actually have enough reservation with either level 4 Enlighten, or I have to grab Sovereignty, that I can then run Aspect of the Avian, which is a suffix, could be the final suffix on my boots. So look at that, we've come full circle. So I have things in the works. A lot of these crafts aren't fully done yet. This thing doesn't even have influence, which means we can fucking synthesize it. But yeah, I've got a lot of memes in the works over here. We're trying to get this build at least up and running as high tiered as possible. But even if we don't get to finish the summoner before we start pumping out a second build, whether it be the cost rebuild, whether it be the crab build, while I'm progressing on those characters, I can still be progressing the harvest, planning for the real goal, which is the unique Fiesta maps. I have my shit on gear set up for Friday. Friday's gonna be the big one. We have our map set up. We have our synthesized map with quantity set up. We've got our Lightning Falls. We've got our 2 Winged Relic Race Scraps. I'm good for this week. I'm good for next week. This is gonna be coming out Wednesday to Thursday night. I'm already at 5 and 4. And we already have some more growing over here. So we've got these growing. Yellow, all tier 3s done. Blue's about to be growing in the works for more tier 3s, more for tier 4s. We are on track to get at least 8 of each of these to be doubling our returns, if not tripling our returns than last time. We're coming in harder and faster than ever. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. We've made some progress towards Nebulok. The Necromancer is on track, and we are setting ourselves up for success for Friday's fucking mega haul. I will be doing it on stream, so I hope to see you there Friday. It'll be, it's going to be a piece de resistance, all right? It is going to be so insane. Coming in with a new filter will make it so much easier. Our only hopes are we don't crash the instance, really. And if we do, I will cry for hours on stream if I crash the instance that has taken me a week to build towards. But I hope to see you then. It'll be fantastic, and you will enjoy it on Saturday's episode. I'm Matt Lighty, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Next week, eventually. I'll see you. I'll see you somewhere. See you in your dreams. Lighty out.
Or, you know, a 4 or 5, whatever you can do, I guess, but... Oh, 6-link unique body. Huh. Haven't seen that in so long. Yeah, there's no way to get a Convoking one. That's the minion mod. Acid Nest you could probably get eventually. do a lot of fucking merit casts. What's it gonna be? What? Did it just say 6-link unique body? Am I tripping? What? Is it hidden somehow? I click it? I'm pretty damn sure I clicked it. It's a 6-link unique body armor. What the fuck? God damn.